Okay, so here's the dash that I created on my 3D printer. There's the clock unit, bought it from Amazon. It's got a clock, temperature, and voltage. As well, I put in a couple of power outlets. And the feature I really like is the backup monitor, so I can see what I'm backing into with the backhoe. It's nice for backing the tractor up. Mounts pretty simple. It mounts to the canopy and just some simple U-bolts, and created some wiring harnesses for it. Can't say as I'm fond of the clock unit. It's real fussy to set up. As well, I added some floodlights, so when I'm down working at night collecting maple syrup or sap, it's a little easier. As well, there's the hazard lights if I happen to be near a road. And also on the back you can see one's touched a tree, so it's been tweaked a bit. Here's the mount for the backup camera. Just fits onto the tube with a couple hose clamps and makes it nice and adjustable and simple. So you can see sort of the scale of the tree. There's a 5-gallon pail at the bottom there. So this was actually across the trail. It had lifted up the whole root mass. It's about like a 10-foot chunk of soil sticking up in the air. There's some of the pieces I cut to clear the trail. 16-inch bar on my chainsaw just barely made it through it, so it's not a small tree. Been there for about 30 years, but I guess this storm with the rain and wind was at least a once in 30-year event. You can see here where it pulled up the soil, the muddy bits. There's a seasonal stream that runs through there, and I guess it had started to run under the tree as opposed to around it, and that loosened the soil up enough that both the maple and the cedar tree, you can see the stump for the cedar tree there, lifted up and fell over. So yeah, pretty goopy down here. You can see just where it pulled up as well. These are all the roots that it severed off when it lifted off. And the seasonal stream used to go through there, but it's under the tree now. You can see also it did me a favor. There's this concrete. It was an old pumping station. That's about a 4-inch concrete wall, and it broke one of them in two and collapsed the rest of them. Here's my hand for comparisons for how big the tree is actually. Sad part is one of my best maple sap producers, but hopefully it'll grow back. They tend to put out sprouts, so I'm hoping that happens. You can see the cedar tree as well there, and a nice burl in the background.